This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On second and 11 now. Dalton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Here we go. Regular.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13, it's a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now the pitch comes to Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Jackson, option right. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Mike 40, check.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Check 41. I'm coming. Mike 41. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Dalton here from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He finds him up. There goes Mark Ingram. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Kill.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On the run, Darkwa. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson, options out left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the eye. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, it's Ingram. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next is score, Ravens 24, Bengals 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Butt set. I got 83.
From the gun, Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Darkwa. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Switch.
Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Ringo. Titans on Ringo. 4 down. 4 down.
Nice.
Double up. He's coming.
Andy Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Third down from the gun, Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
Hands up. Lead.
Mike's 40. I want that. Give me that ball.
Hands up.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Tight end right. We got 4.
Here you go. 368.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Yes, 5 6.
40 was the mark.
And now to the air, Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down after a very nice game. That one good for 37 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Here's Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullet good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year, and he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And again, it's Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
High 7.
Let's go. No. Check that. We want Mike.
Here you go. Can.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Me. I got motion man. Me. I got this.
Regular.
Operating from the gun. Dalton, he's got his man, Boyd. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go. Five.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I got 11.
2 by 2. Move.
To throw again. Dalton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's telling him to run. 4 down.
Here you go. 368.
From the gun, Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Wait.
Hey, check.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
And
that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ingram again. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Ingram. A nice little juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57. Mike, 57. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Here's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it was a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
50 seconds to Mike.
Jackson to throw. That is caught at the 7. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. It's do or die for Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
Yeah, but it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they're